Look at the question. When the floating body melts, the level of liquid in the vessel. Options: increases, decreases, remain the same. Okay. Generally confusing. But if you really follow step by step, this will become very, very easy. Okay. The first point, when the body is floating, like this, then it's in equilibrium. There are two forces acting, they balance each other. Identify the two forces. Which are they? One is the weight acting downward, weight of body. One is the weight of body, and that is balanced by buoyant force from the liquid. Now, do you know the equation for this? How to write weight of body? Assume that the body has got a mass m. Then the weight of body is equal to mg. And how do we calculate buoyant force from the liquid? Apply Archimedes principle. According to Archimedes principle, the body has got a displaced some liquid. Look at the shaded portion. That volume is taken, volume displaced, into density of the liquid. Let me call it as ρ1. The density of the liquid is ρ1 into g. This is the condition for floating. From this, can you calculate the displaced volume? Yeah, displaced volume, g cancels. So displaced volume will be mass of the body divided by density of the liquid. Keep this in mind. Displaced volume is equal to mass of the body divided by density of the liquid, which is taken as ρ1. Now when the body melts, it will form a liquid. Let us assume that ρ2 is the density of that liquid, density of the liquid formed. On melting the body. The body melts, it will form a liquid, its density is ρ2. What is the volume of the liquid formed by melting? How to calculate volume of liquid formed? Let me call it as VF, volume of the liquid formed. How do we calculate that one? See, on melting, mass of the body will remain the same. The mass of the liquid formed will be equal to mass of the body. If you divide that mass by density of the liquid formed, you will get the volume of the liquid formed. Mass by density. Mass of the body by density of the liquid formed. This is because mass of body is equal to mass of liquid formed. Mass of body is written as mg. Mass of the liquid formed is volume of liquid formed into density of the liquid formed into g. You can see g cancel. You get the volume formed equal to m by ρ2. Now to answer this question, you have two volumes to be considered. One is the volume displaced, and that was calculated by mass divided by density of the liquid in the container, ρ1. Second one, volume formed by melting, is nothing but mass of body by density of the liquid formed by melting. If you compare this, you can answer the question. Assume that the displaced volume was only this much. This was the displaced volume. And if melting produces a larger volume, then this larger volume need extra space. So the liquid level will increase to accommodate that much space. Mathematically, if the volume displaced is less than the volume formed, level will rise. So level rises level rises if volume formed is greater than volume displaced. Volume formed is given by mass of body by density of the liquid formed. Volume displaced is mass of the body by density of the liquid in the vessel. This is a condition for rising. Now since mass is constant, we understand that 1 by rho 2 is greater than 1 by rho 1, which tells you that the condition, actual density level rises when rho 2 is less than rho 1. If the density of the liquid formed is less, that will produce large volume, so the level will rise. That is one condition. Now level will remain same when rho 2 is equal to rho 1. That means volume of the liquid formed and volume of the liquid displaced are equal, so the level will remain same. Third one, if rho 2 is greater than rho 1, if the density of the liquid formed by melting is less, that will produce only little volume, so the level will fall. If rho 2 is less than rho 1, that means the density of the liquid formed by melting is less than the liquid density which is there in the container, then the level will increase. If rho 2 is greater than rho 1, then the level will decrease. If the two densities are equal, then the level will remain same. For example, if you have pure water in a vessel, and ice formed by pure water, floating, and if that ice melts, that will produce pure water, and these two have same density, then the level will remain same. And suppose you have ice of pure water floating in sea water. Ice of pure water floating in sea water. Now rho 1 is the density of sea water, and rho 2 is the density of water formed by melting this ice, and that is pure water. Okay, so we understand that in this case the density of sea water is greater than density of the water formed, or density of the pure water formed is less than density of the sea water which is there in the vessel. So rho 2 is less than rho 1, then the level will increase. So this is how you solve crystalline.